Hello there, citizens of the Federation, and welcome back to another episode of State of the Federation. My name is Tucker, and with me today are my co-hosts, Robert and Joseph. How you guys doing?
I am in a state of mourning. Mike Kane? Kane. I can't believe I forgot his first name. Matt Kane. Matt Kane just announced his retirement. I am 2 beers in because of such tragic news. It's like I lost a father figure.
That shows how deep the fandom of the Giants goes. Don't even know
that we don't remember the name.
I'm really sad because this is probably Joe Bautista's last season with the Jays. Mark Bautista's last season with the Jays.
So I actually, I'm more concerned than anything. Let me read you the headline of WEEI. That's the sports talk show in Boston's report of the game against the Jays the other day. If it's still here.
It's a very long minute, Tucker. Get us there.
What?
Just go.
What?
Just go. Read the thing.
All right, here we go. They always include the score in the headline of the write-up. So it says, Toronto 9, Red Sox 4. This is starting to get uncomfortable.
Well, they won today at least.
They did win today. Magic number is down to 2.
So because Joseph and I both cared about that, I won initiative. And
for the first turn.
For the first turn. So I get to place my tokens first. I get to move second and attack first in situations.
So hang on, guys. Just for everybody at home, this is another episode where we've got a tabletop simulator game going, and if you want to watch along the video, it is going to be posted on our Facebook, simultaneously released with this. So let me go ahead and go over the build. This is 2 modern fleets, let's say. We're playing with the new rules. And we've got 2 different fleets here. On Robert's side, guys, what's the magnifier key again?
Alt.
It's weird. It's not letting me do it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so we've got a swarm of 5 Romulan drone ships. On the first one, how are these arranged, Robert?
Cloaked Mind 1, the cards aren't named. So this is Cloaked Mind 1, Cloaked Mind 2, regular drone, Warp Jump 1, Warp Jump 2.
Okay, so that is incredibly confusing. All right, we got a Romulan drone, generic, with triphasics, projected stasis field, and Cloaked Minds. We got a do we not have the new Mind token?
No, we do not have the new Mind token.
Oh, that's frustrating. We got a Romulan...
We Chris probably shouldn't make it until we know for sure what size it is.
That's fair. All right, we got a Romulan drone ship. I still insist we can use the old one, so there you go. Romulan drone ship, triphasics, Mendak, and Cloaked Minds. Romulan drone ship, triphasics, diplomacy, and Garib. And he's got Torith under him. Romulan drone ship, warp jump, and triphasics. Romulan drone ship, triphasics, and warp jump. And the resource is our good friend Copilot. So
this is different than the last list you sent me, right, Robert?
No, this is the last list. This is the first iteration of this that I sent out today. Maybe the second iteration is the one I sent out today. What is it that you think that's different?
It's what's with Garib?
Oh, I just needed a talent, so I put for diplomacy.
Okay, it's diplomacy.
Yeah, I had Jirok originally.
Sorry,
Joseph, what's your other question?
I was just going to say, also, Mendak is an admiral. He's not a captain, because you can't
He's always an admiral.
You can't have a captain on a drone ship.
What other question did you have about it, Joseph?
So you have One with Garib, lure, triphasic emitters.
No lure in this one. It's diplomacy.
Or diplomacy, I mean, sorry, yeah. One with warp jump, triphasic emitters at 24. One with cloaked mines and triphasic emitters at 21. Cloaked mine and triphasics at 21 again. And then a 34-point ship with Mendak and warp jump.
No, Mandak's on one of the cloaked mine ships.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what... Oh, go ahead.
So then what's your last ship, sorry?
So Garib with diplomacy is one ship. Yeah. Mendak and cloaked mines is another ship.
Yeah.
Projected stasis field and cloaked mines is a third ship. Right? And then I have 2 with warp jump.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. And on Joseph's side, we've got a much different build. Joseph, is there a reason those cards are face down?
Which cards? Oh, this is...
I see. I got
this
you.
is 8. This is 8 copies of...
I figured it out. I'll go through it. Okay. So Joseph is running... he's running a very interesting build. He's running...
Place the rebuild.
So hang on. He's running a very interesting build. I'm going to start off with the shuttle, which is Quark's Treasure with 2nd of 5, Julian Bashir, Cloaked Mines ×2. Does this have a cargo hold on it?
No, it has. Okay, so that's Quark, who's already flipped, as we discussed, with a cloaked mine underneath him. That's 2nd of 5, and then there's a cloaked mine.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, that's a Quark's Treasure, 2nd of 5, 2 cloaked mines, effectively, but we pay for it with Quark. We've got a generic ATR 4107 with plasma pulse. We've got a generic ATR 4107 with plasma pulse, and we also have Copilot there. And then we have the interesting ship of the day. So it is the Dreadnought, the original Dreadnought, the 30.1, which I guess is only 1 point more expensive than the new one, but whatever, which is a 6045 tech, weapon, evade, target lock scan, Dominion unique. It says, you cannot assign a captain or an admiral to the ship. When defending during the compare results step, you may discard up to 2 of your upgrades to cancel an equal number of attacking ships' dice. Equipped to it is the new card Shield Adaptation, which is significant enough that I'm going to read it. It says, when defending, the attacking ship rolls -2 attack dice when firing a primary weapon and -1 when firing a weapon upgrade. It also, you discard it if there's no active shields. It has a plasma pulse. And then, I guess this card is not in here yet. Is that why you're using something face down?
I think it is. I just didn't want to go into the independent.
Got it. So the last card is Captured.
Just a place your token.
And by the last card, I mean the last 8 cards. That's right. He has 8 copies of Captured on here. For those who have been following the
sorry, for a point, can we remove a token? Because shouldn't the card itself count as one?
Well, it's already flipped, so I just was going to use the tokens.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like Copilot, right? If all the tokens are gone, you can't Copilot anymore. Anyway, so we're representing it by putting a face-down card with 8 tokens on it because we don't want to go dig out Copilot, as we said. So for those who have been following the nearly 200 comment thread in the group, we are assuming that the first Copilot costs 2. But Captured. I'm sorry. But since the ship is independent after that, all further Captureds would only cost 1. So our hypothesis is that 8 Captureds would cost 9 points. Now, there's synergy here, which I'm sure we'll see when the attacks start flying. But Joseph, let me ask you a couple of questions, right?
Shoot.
So you say there's 8 copies of Captured on here, right?
That's right.
which helps mitigate the fact the ship it has a certain amount of durability, but it's got 0 defense and not a great dial, so it's pretty easy to blow up, right?
Well, traditionally, yes.
Traditionally, yes. And other facts that mitigate that are, number 1, it's 6 attack dice, and number 2, the shield adaptation we've added to it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, two more questions. Number 1, would you describe the shape of this model as perhaps somewhat suggestive?
Sure.
Okay. And you're using the old version of the Dreadnought, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
So would you describe this particular ship in the build as a super captured fragile 6-hit SA phallic old ship?
Well, why not?
Way so much lead in, but
that is a goddamn masterpiece. That is a goddamn masterpiece, and
how many days have you been thinking about that?
Actually, so not much. I'm feeling under the weather for all you listeners at home, and in my literally feverish last night as I was lying in bed, I was literally feverish. I was slipping off to sleep, and I was thinking about this build because I always think of Attack Wing immediately before I go to bed. And I was thinking about how there were a lot of captures on this ship, and the super captured thing popped into my head, and then the rest of it just like came in like this feverish, sick vision.
Oh my god! Well,
that joke was wasted on idiots like us.
But I applaud the effort, right? A for effort.
Our intelligent listeners will appreciate it more than we ever could.
Super captured fragile 6-hit SA phallic old ship is just that's magic, and nothing can convince me otherwise. All right, so we've got a 51 deployment of obstacles, which is to say, if you're looking at the field from Joseph's perspective, there's an L and then an I formed by from top to bottom and then to the right on the L, a space station, a debris field, another space station, a third space station, and then the I is a space station on top and asteroids on the bottom. So, yeah, I guess start deploying things.
So I think this game is going to be fun in that we're going to be walking through the new rules almost for the first time ourselves, right? Playing with them anyway. Yeah. So the first question that comes up is, was there anything when they changed initiative? Because previously, if you had initiative, you placed your ships first.
Damn it.
Correct. And I was wondering about this too, because I moved second now with initiative. So I now gain the benefit on both movement and attacking. But I don't think they identified for purposes of placement who places first.
Let me see.
And we know it's no longer packed. And one of the things I like about the new initiative is it removes factions from the component, which I think is a better model.
They did not change this. If multiple ships, wait, is this the new? Yes. If multiple ships share the same captain skill, the player with initiative places their ship first.
Got it.
Also, for those watching, you may wonder why there's a Tribble token at the bottom. We are going to use that as a round tracker. There is not an initiative token in here yet, and you sometimes forget to hand the thing back and forth anyway, so we will know that on odd rounds, Robert has initiative, and on even rounds, Joseph has initiative. And it's useful to keep track of the rounds anyway, right? Because one of the first things we always seem to be saying when we talk about this is, how many rounds was this game again? So
that's right.
Yeah,
it will hopefully be useful.
No, I'm just going to adjust the camera so we can see the clock.
Is not named.
What's that, Robert?
Your shuttle is not named, so I'm not sure if it's captain skill.
Everything's captain skill 1, I think, except your.
I have 2. I have a 3 and a 7.
Okay. Do you want to start the timer? It's not letting me do it for some reason.
All right, there we go.
And then
because it knows you're a filthy.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it counting down.
There you go.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-da-da. Da-na-na-na. All right, so Robert's deploying in the corner. He's a corner child.
I was in trouble quite a bit.
Seriously?
No. Actually, well, I mean, in some ways, yes, but mostly no.
Anyway, he's deploying down at the bottom from my perspective. So from my perspective, Joseph's on my left, Robert's on my right. So the top of the L points towards Robert, points to the right. So when I say Robert's deploying on the bottom corner, I mean he's deploying on the I corner.
And those are all my ones, by the way. I have a 3 and a 7 left.
So where chip is the projected stasis field on?
It is on the CM1.
The one back here, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm going to move that one.
You know what?
Okay, like that.
Hey, Robert, why don't you just rename that projected stasis field? Because it's easier to remember that projected stasis field has cloaked mines, and you can name the other one Mendak.
Well, it's also a 3, so I know which one has Mendak on it, but I'll add that.
That's for everybody who's not you, Robert.
There you go.
Also, they're both labeled CM1, just FYI.
Yeah, fine.
All right, so Joseph is deploying in the same corner. Dreadnought's pointing straight at the drones. Shuttles looks like it's preparing to dock on the first turn. So now we all need to remember how that works. Yay!
Yeah, well, so an interesting thing, Joseph and I played a game a couple of days ago, and you can effectively now greatly influence a shuttle docking first round with things like lure and faked message, because the capital ship cannot engage in the docking ability.
That's true.
So you used to be able to line them up, whereas if they tried to lure you off the board, your shuttle would move, and then your capital ship would move and grab it up, which was usually good enough, but if not ideal.
Right.
That's actually really interesting. That's a substantial change.
Yeah, and Joseph and I used I used it in a way to prohibit Joseph from docking his shuttle because I was using a first round interference fleet.
So what would the ideal deployment be for the first turn?
For a shuttle?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be enough back that a one bank off the map would bump the ship rather than take any edge of it off the map.
I mean, so here's a question: couldn't you just set up the shuttle behind the Dreadnought facing towards it?
No, because the one bank is going to take it out of docking.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, Robert's grouped all his stuff up. Joseph, are you done deploying?
Yes.
That ship. He's got one Dreadnought that's like back in the.
It's a flanker.
Oh no! It's the big guy. It's Dreadnought.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay. All right. So we go to dials.
So I have initiative first round, so all of my ones are going to move second to Joseph.
Wow, I thought I had a handle on that, and I just realized I don't have a handle on that.
I think initially when people were playing and the concept of initiative, it was intuitive it's intuitive to think that moving second is better. And so people wanted to move second, and I think it just sort of aligns to what people naturally felt was the right thing to do.
And I think it probably is better to move with perfect information, especially when a lot of people have forest. It's going to take some getting used to, right?
Mm-hmm. But not for new players. And I'm really curious to see. Oh, yeah. And I did a rule faux pas but Joseph did it correctly, where now, according to the rules, you're supposed to place the dials next to the ship.
But I don't think that will matter because you just pick all your dials and then assign them.
And
right?
then, well, yeah, yes.
It will matter in a actual game where you have 5 drones.
No, because you decide. You put them all beside your ships as you decide, but you haven't declared anything yet.
No,
right?
Joseph, he's not talking about the thing where you have to pick in captain skill order. He's talking about he didn't actually put them next to his ships.
No, I just tossed them over here.
That is a rule so far.
Yeah.
Well, it's the lackadaisical California attitude.
Though it actually does raise a question, right? Look how... So Robert's ships are packed about as tightly together as you can get without them actually touching. How do you do dials like that? Like, you got to be careful not to hit each other.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 5. Oh. Or the way I used to do it is I just actually put them on the cards themselves.
Okay, but you can't do that.
You can't anymore. Well, okay, you can. The rules inform you you're not supposed to, but you still can. It's like what we discussed last time with the. And your ones move first, by the way, Joseph.
All right, ready to roll?
Yeah, we're ready to roll. We're 7 minutes into this already.
Okay, Quark's treasure docks. Gives an ox to generic 1, but they're both going.
Now, Tucker, you actually had a creative argument as to why now Quark's treasure works on docking.
So here's why. In the new rules, the shuttle card explicitly deploys or equips, I forget which, but both those words mean the same thing, to the ship it docks on. Your ship always refers to the card to which the ship to which that card is equipped, including the ship itself, right? So
because it's deployed to that ship.
Yep.
I like it.
Which is
it's about time.
Which is also why it's a card deployed to the ship, which is also why you could take out an entire shuttle with data.
Yes, which is that is awesome.
I want it to happen, man. It will happen, and I want it to. All right, so everybody just goes forwards and takes it. Why did you put cloak tokens next to your drones, Robert?
Those are supposed to be evade tokens.
I know they are.
We'll delete those in general.
So everybody goes 1 forward and evades.
No, I did a 2 forward, actually.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, so it doesn't count.
Okay. Well, it was done.
All right, so going back to dials, this looks like it's going to be a joust with maybe some flanking action. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on here.
Oh, no, I know what he's doing with that outside ship.
Oh, is that new?
The
rangefinder.
Oh, yeah, he added colors to it now.
Oh, that's
I like
neat.
it.
That's neat.
And it's got the 45 arcs in there too.
Oh, so it does.
Okay.
Check that out.
Here's the applause sound, Chris. If I could sing, I would sing you some Bette Midler right now.
Chris, I gotta tell you, like, I think it says a lot about like a mod when. Oh, this is turn 2. I'm gonna copy the triple token. So I think it says a lot about a mod when every time you come back to it, you find some other improvement that the maker has made, right? Like, let's not even just let's just start with the fact that the card database is continuously updated. It's like, oh, hey, look at that. We didn't even know that the rangefinder was updated. And oh, look, it's updated. It's amazing.
It's a labor of love, clearly.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. All right. So Joseph has initiative this turn, remember, which means that his ships will be moving second and Robert's will be moving first.
Correct. So my ones. Bam.
Next to your ships, Robert.
Whatever. It's 5 ships. There.
Okay. Well, that's not indicative.
It's close enough. So we had that. So anyway, I was talking about initiative in general. And I agree with Joseph that the oscillation is he puts it as finicky, and I think that's an appropriate word. Is that it is finicky? I do, but I like it better than the other model that they had in the past.
The other model was too elegant.
Okay, yes, yeah, that's exactly the word that I always described it as.
I don't know.
And then they're going to take a bait.
Am I the only one here who actually likes the new initiative rules?
I like them. I like them better than what we had, but I think Joseph is correct that it is not very strategic.
Yeah, and I think it's complete garbage. I
think it affects the strategy of when you do. You know what? We can't have the initiative argument every week or every other week.
No,
yes, we can.
But this is also our first time playing with these rules.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. But look, we have so for those at home, we have the initiative argument every single day on Facebook. But I mean, on the show, we can't have it every single episode. Everybody's doing one forwards again. By the way, nobody's in range.
Okay. Well, we'll see. He's got a 3 there. He can try.
That
is true. I mean, so the
wait. My ones have already moved. I couldn't really.
Yeah.
One of the forward ones couldn't do a 3 forward.
So the one with diplomacy.
So.
Wouldn't that bump the warp jump one guy?
I think so. But I'm not so sure that I'm not going to take an evade.
Okay.
So the question here, essentially, by the way, is can Robert get into projected stasis field range of the ship with shield adaptation? Because projected stasis field, in addition to every other awesome thing it does, instantly ganks shield adaptation.
If that's the ship I'm targeting with it. That may not technically be the ship that I'm targeting with it. I have a stronger theory because of how many ships we have on the board. I need to take one of his ships for every 2 of my ships he kills. So if I PSF, that's it. If I can take out his 2 generics, I'm pretty much guaranteed to win.
Okay, I think that is... Oh, no, you've got your 2.
Yeah, I have my 2. Yeah, so my 3... And when Joseph and I played a couple of days ago, it was actually fun to see the initiative work or impact the game, which it did. And it impacted it in a good way.
I agree to disagree, but... Yeah.
Well, it impacted in a way that was interesting.
Guys, I'm terrible with Tabletop Simulator. Isn't there a keyboard shortcut that I can just hold a key and then grab something to copy it?
No, there's not a copy. You have to actually right-click, go to copy, and then right-click and go to paste.
Okay, well, we're going to turn 3 now.
We're not going to turn 3 yet.
Why not?
I have initiative.
Right.
He's got warp jump.
I have warp jumps. That's one thing.
Also, you don't have initiative, but I don't think it matters.
Oh no, that's right. That's just what I wanted. I wanted to have initiative next round. So yes, we're in the combat phase. I'm electing not to warp jump.
Okay. End phase.
Now I get to put the triple token down.
Got it. Okay. Now, because I have initiative, I'm going to elect to place my mines before he can elect to place his shuttle.
Oh, that's cute. Gotta love that rangefinder, man.
Yeah. Okay. We'll start with this one.
So, are you going to try and keep them a range increment apart?
Yes, that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay.
Well, they actually have to be...
Just slightly more than a range increment apart.
Quite a bit more, because they both extend out a range increment, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. You're right.
I would say that has not done it yet.
They need to be 2 range increments apart.
Copy. Oops. Okay, so this is why we grab 2 range rulers. No, they're range apart. Look at that.
Okay. Well, this is so they're not, right?
No, they're not. Oh, you're right. There we go.
Oh, check that out. You can pick up the mine token with the range ruler on it. That's actually super useful.
Yeah, but the problem is if I put them this far back, then I'm not getting any benefit from his first Dreadnought triggering it. So, Joseph, we had this conversation last time we played. If you move into a minefield and then the round after you move, you continue to stay in the minefield, do you take damage?
Yes.
Or do you not? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's just if you do it twice in the same round.
Right. The only time you would not take damage again is if you used all stop.
Oh, right.
No, why wouldn't you take damage?
Because you don't move. Mines are triggered.
Yeah,
mines are triggered by movement.
They're triggered by the movement step.
Are they?
Yeah.
Questions for later.
Well, so DS9 does not trigger when it does not move.
That's because there's a special rule that says space stations only trigger mines the first time.
Got it.
Is that true for all oversized ships?
Space stations. Yeah, you'd love it if it was when you...
Are you friggin' kidding me?
You Borg lover.
I would... That would knock everything that wasn't 384 and was Big Borg off the playables list. That would do it. Are you kidding? If one Big Borg ship happened to be immune to cloak mines, oh yeah. Play that every time.
So by the way, we talked about the strategy of mine placing, and we've also talked about the strategy of wasting time. And this is not my intent, by the way, but this is really killing a lot of time, and I apologize, Joseph.
You're out of range right now, FYI.
Of what?
The other mine field.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's why I turned it to face that way.
Yeah, I have... Oh my god.
There you go.
It's just wasting so much fucking time.
I know.
I still have to do mine.
Do you have a mine?
Well, yeah, but Joseph, it's in your interest to do it quickly,
Okay.
right?
Well, I'm going to do it quickly, but I don't necessarily think that it is.
There you go.
Okay, so we should probably rename these.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. And then Joseph is placing his cloaked mines. Well, he's placing his
Well,
shuttle, right?
I'm placing my shuttle first.
Because you have to place your shuttle.
Okay.
Interesting. I forgot that your build had 2 close mines.
Oh man, I just thought of a way you could really mind trick someone in a tournament.
How so?
They place their shuttle, and if they're an old player, just say, okay, I'm going to place my mines, and if they don't say no, I need to place my mines from my shuttle, they've forfeited the opportunity to place cloak mines.
Yeah. So let's watch Joseph. So Joseph, you have to place, you don't place a ship necessarily, but you have to place a template.
Maneuver template.
Of a maneuver that you want to execute.
So I'm going to execute a 3 forward out of the center of, actually out of the side here, of the generic one.
Okay.
I'm just putting my Quirk's treasure beside it because I'm going to go 3 forward with the movement template and then move it over because I think that's more accurate than using
I see what you're saying. Got it.
Yeah.
So.
And this is actually a place, right, where real life is going to be more accurate than digital life.
So what you essentially did is you took this, correct? Why don't you go back to where you were so we can walk through this?
What do you mean?
Just so people can see what we did.
No, Robert, we saw what we did. We saw what he did.
Right. But you took the 3, right? I'm trying to understand is that you took the 3 and then you're doing a 3 forward from this edge of the ship.
The other edge.
The other edge.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so generic 1 gets a Ox token.
Okay. And what do we have on the shuttle?
Okay, that's farther than I want it to be. Okay, so it looks like I'm not going to be able to get the PSF. Well, first of all, I guess roll mind damage, because you could conceivably roll 2 hits and a crit, and it could be direct hit.
1 crit.
Well, that I don't mind, because it's just
You know what? You're going to take from... Oh, no, it's range 1, not range 2. I'm an idiot. Ignore me.
Okay, so Quark's treasure loses a shield. And then I will use second of 5 to... 1, you're definitely going to be in range.
So I have initiative, correct? So all of my 1s will be moving first.
No. They'll be
because it's
second.
round 3.
They'll be moving second.
You have initiative.
Correct, yeah. Correct.
I will... knock the warp jump off of this ship here.
So don't you take your action at the time that the ship would activate,
He's
planning phase?
He's activating that ship first.
No, that's a good
point. No, we're still in the planning phase right now.
Yeah, so, okay, I launch this, then
that's what you'll consider doing.
Yeah, my actions are later. Okay, so my cloaked minds are coming out.
Got it.
Also, sorry if I just blew out anybody's eardrums by coughing. I didn't have time to mute my mic. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's good.
So maybe you did mute it on time.
No, I couldn't even get to the button.
Okay, I assume that these are out of range 2 because yours are.
Are they? Are they in range 2 of the? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They're set 2 separate minefields, I assume.
No, I see what you're saying. Yes. Actually, you may want to turn it vertically rather than horizontally, because those are still it's close.
Well, you can do the magnifier.
It's good enough. Don't worry.
Well, if you do the magnifier, it's pretty clear.
We just draw a line, right? We know it's 8, so 8.9, 8.9. Yep, it's fine.
Okay. So dials, I guess.
Yep. Except for your shuttle, because your shuttle has already moved.
Yeah.
And normally it would get an ox, but Quark's treasure doesn't get an ox.
Correct.
Quark's treasure back to being awesome on these rules.
So that's what you're going to do.
So Joseph tipped his hand here by talking about the second of 5 thing. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Joseph will move first because we're in turn 3.
Right.
So by the way, we have used 24 minutes, and we're just entering round 3.
And I will say this: I don't think anything at this point has been I don't think extra time has happened because of Tabletop Simulator. I think it's about.
No, I don't.
I think it's probably about the same amount of time it would take in real life, because you did even end up using range rulers, not the rangefinder, for the mines.
Right.
So there you go. Okay. Joseph, did you place those dials in order of ascending captain skill?
I haven't placed them yet.
They look pretty placed.
I think that was a. That was an attempt at a joke.
That's where I keep them before I place them.
You keep them in the place you place
them.
And
Joseph moves first, correct? So
yes. So Joseph, the actual joke here is all of your captains are skill 1, so it doesn't even matter.
Right.
That's true.
Okay, I'm dialed in.
Okay, as am I.
All right. So Joseph's stuff goes first.
So here's what I was wondering. So Joseph, we'll talk through this real fast. You have one of your ships oxed. If you pushed forward 5 or 6, you could potentially cause bumping with my ships.
That's right.
You'd maintain that Ox would give you less quality.
That's right.
So my choices were: do I try to push forward to engage you with my slow downs, because I can only do 3, and I have your shuttle out here to cause a bump, so I can't really fly that far forward? Or are you going to try to stay behind your minefield and avoid my minefield? So those are the choices that I was stuck with, and we'll see what you end up doing.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action on Quark's treasure first to discard that warp jump.
Which one? Warp 1?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then generic 1, generic 2, and this Ox token is gone. Are we in target lock range? We are.
Yeah, but you would. You move forward 1.
Yeah.
Got it.
So they will both target lock the ship that lost its warp jump.
So that'd be warp jump 1, WJ1.
So, hang on. Let me look. I want to look at something here. Because only the front ones are in range. That makes sense.
I think it might technically be correct to take evades here.
Dreadnoughts have a lot of durability, and you know that one of them is going to be warp jumping away, right?
The other, well, not necessarily, because with one losing warp jump, I don't know. I think engaging in full combat makes more sense than trying to warp jump out.
Joseph, I'm flipping your second of 5. So
thank you.
Also, I mean, but the thing is, the other question though is, does the shuttle count as a bunch of evades?
So go ahead and count.
Wait, hang on. Yo, did you roll mine damage? Are they in range of mines?
No.
Okay.
Dreadnought is a 1 bank to the right.
Yeah.
That's probably
in my damage.
Yeah.
And he will definitely
scan.
Take a target lock.
Not scan?
You know, he could scan. Like, they have 3 evade dice.
Take 2 damage.
Okay.
And so, you know, the thing is, the thing about these dreadnoughts is they're tough. They got a good amount of HP.
Yeah, but they don't have agility, which hurts them.
I'm a Borg player. I could care less. But the question is, you know, that shuttle is out in front. Does Robert maybe attack that shuttle this turn?
Well, I hope he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hang on. Before we start rolling for your mines, let me just get my ships moved.
The reason I ask is, you know, that's much easier. That's 3 damage. Like a drone could one-shot that. Whereas, I mean,
well, he's got triphasic emitters.
That's true.
We know he has something under there, right?
That's true. He does. And it's not Thoron Shock Pulse. Sorry about that.
I still think that should be something.
I absolutely think that should work. Are you kidding? Like,
okay, I will take all of my actions. None of them are going to be scan, and then we can sort of figure out the dice. Does that work for you, Joseph?
Well, I have to roll before. If it's not a scan action, I have to roll before you take your action. But I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think it matters much.
No, it doesn't. So take your action.
Yeah.
Because you have 3. No, they have 2 shields, right?
They have 2 shields. Yeah.
Then it does matter.
It does matter.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for the warp jump 1.
Nothing.
0. Warp jump 2. 1 shield. Hang on, let me get down here. Warp jump 2, 1 shield. Cloak mines 1.
There we go.
2 shields.
2 shields. That's all its shields. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty. I mean, that's about statistically average, but when you're going up against dreadnoughts who are going to get simultaneous fire, that's tough.
Well, they get it for everything but these 2
right,
ships.
But those 2 ships by themselves cannot take out a dreadnought this round. So the dreadnoughts are going to get at least 1 shot.
Well, no, because he's in projected stasis field range.
Ah, he is, but not the shield adaptation one.
No, but that one's going to be in diplomacy range.
Well, no, but the thing is, then the question is, right? Do you shield adaptation? Do you save the shield the projected stasis field for the shield adaptation?
No, because we're under 30 minutes in this game.
Yes, halftime. By the way.
Yeah, halftime. I might be able to take out 2 of his ships this turn with projected stasis field. So that would put me in a very strong position. And then he still has to try to fly through the mines, and I have far superior dials than him. The problem is I'm going to be taking a lot of mine damage as I go through here. But so I will PSF the one over here.
Generic 2.
Actually, hang on. Let me think. Yeah, we'll just do that one.
All right, so that takes out his shields.
Okay.
You know, and if Robert rolls badly here, that ship could still conceivably survive the turn.
Well, what does he have under triphasics? I mean,
that's right. I keep forgetting he has that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Mendek's going to do. Oh, and then these 2 warp jump ones, they're going to target lock. Not that one. They'll target lock opposing ships. Target lock. So warp jump 2 will target lock the one that was PSF, and then warp jump 1 will target lock the one that has its full health.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, they automatically get the names of the ships. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. So
I freaking love this mod. I freaking love this mod. Sorry, I'm not.
We'll move forward. Not Mendek. Undo. Oh, that was diplomacy is on skill 7. So
Mendek, my God, you're kidding. Hang on. I'm gonna confirm this before I announce it. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Hugh Hefner passed away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
going to date this show perfectly.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll for.
That's the end of an era. I mean, we can't really talk about it on. I mean, we're theoretically family friendly, but
2 hits.
2 hits. So Mendek, where are you, Mendek? Bunk. Oops.
Whoops.
Shoot.
Can you Control Z that?
No, but that wasn't even. That was just a ship card.
Yeah, so you can just
copy, paste that, and that's Garib. So that wasn't even the correct one. Boom.
Oh my God, Robert.
Boom. Mendek close lines. There we go. Okay, and then Mendek is. This is a good question. So that has 4 health, right? Yeah, Mendek's going to give battle stations to warp jump 2 ship because I'm going to attack first. Warp jump 2 ship.
You know, it occurs to me you can get 3 drone ships above Captain Skill 1 these days without using auto navigation.
Yeah, that's nice.
How do you do that?
You do it with Garib, you do it with his sister Jorail, and then you do an Admiral.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you can auto-navigate the rest, I guess.
Yeah, and
1.
And then I diplomacy your Dreadnought 1.
Okay.
There you go. And so we start the combat phase. Oh, yeah, I did diplomacy. He's -2. And so I have initiative, so I will elect to use my co-pilot, and my co-pilot will give a battle stations token to the Mendek ship.
Okay, I'm going to take a battle stations 4. So warp jump 1 has taken 1 shield damage?
Warp jump 1 took 0 damage.
And warp jump 2 took 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that worked out about as poorly as it could have. So do I want an evade?
Second attack.
I'm flipping your cards that you've used, Robert.
Okay, I've only used. I did use some cards.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, the mine tokens are out, so it's kind of figured.
I will take a battle station on the ship that can attack.
The two can attack. Two ships. Oh, correct. You have one ship that can attack this turn.
And I guess
and the shuttle. Yeah. Is there anything left on the shuttle?
No.
See how easy that is to tell when I flip over all the cards that he's used?
How many points were on the shuttle?
I don't know. 24?
Cards. It is a 24-point ship?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 24.
Okay, so my 7 cannot attack because I'm not electing to use warp jump, by the way.
You actually would have lost your opportunity to do it.
Because I took...
Because you let Joseph take his co-pilot.
That is true.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah. So I will attack your shuttle with the Mendak one, because that shuttle can surprisingly throw 3 dice at somebody, and that could kill a ship.
Wow. So in the time, get this, in the time between when I did the Google search for Hugh Hefner to confirm this, right? I did it on an iPhone, and it showed me a preview. It was an Wikipedia article which said in the preview, Hugh Marston Hefner is an American magazine publisher. And in the time it took me to hit go on the search results, Wikipedia updated to Hugh Marston Hefner was.
Oh, wow. Good old Wikipedia.
Technology, man.
So, you have 8 life. I will actually attack the generic one that can attack with Mendak.
So Robert, can I make a request?
Mm-hmm. Don't make sounds?
Can you select... Actually, yes, that. But can you actually put the token down for what you use for Copilot? Because right now, I don't know if that's an evade or a...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it. Fair enough.
Right, because it happens at the beginning. We actually need to remember now.
So this is where we do lose a little time. But I don't think it's necessarily tabletop simulator. It's just doing the podcast.
And well, no, not necessarily, right? Because I can imagine, in the old days, you would just pick up the token right off Copilot, but now you're actually going to have to go dig out the battle stations.
I know, but you just told a story about Hugh Hefner. I mean,
oh right.
I would
anyway.
Okay, excuse me. I am constantly on the internet when I'm watching these games.
Triphasics reveals disruptor beans.
Disruptor beams
for the Mendak attack. So that's 5 dice.
I'm going to show that card to folks at home.
I roll. I convert 3. So then I roll 3 dice.
And you...
3 dice, and so I get a 4. I do 4 damage.
What is going... What?
I did 4 damage.
Okay.
Disruptor beams. Remember, if disruptor beams hits... or for every damage the defending ship suffers from the disruptor beam attack, you roll 1 attack die. If you roll at least 1 hit or crit among all those dice, you add an additional damage.
He's rolled a hit and 2 blanks and 2 battle stations.
No. So what I rolled was 1 hit and 2 battle stations. So that turned into 3 hits.
Because he uses his conversion.
Right. Then I rolled 3 dice, and then I got 1 hit.
Okay.
So
anyway, 4 is fine. So I rolled 2.
You don't roll 2. Why would you roll 2?
2 evade dice?
Are you not attacking the shuttle?
No, I'm not.
Oh, right. Yeah. Never mind. You switched.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I wasn't.
So you did 3 hits or 4 hits?
4 hits.
4 hits total to the generic one.
To generic 1?
4 hits counting the ability?
Yes.
Yes, 4 hits counting the ability.
So you're
which is a terrible.
So my shields are gone.
So hang on, you're not attacking the one you projected stasis field.
No, because I'm going to try to one-shot that with the Warp Jump 2 ship.
Ah.
Right?
Nope, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I have initiative, so I attack first as well. So my 7 can't attack, that was my 3 captain skill, so all of my 1 attack, but you will attack simultaneous with these attacks.
So, not that I would hold you accountable to it here, but can triphasics be flipped over on all the rest of your ships? Yes, I assume they can, right?
Because it is my attack. So at my attack, I reveal the card underneath it.
Okay.
So what were you thinking? That there was a timing thing that I have to announce it at each combat, at the start of combat?
Yeah, well, not at the start of combat, but at each step. But I think it would work anyway. So
Right.
No, it's an attack. It's not even like a combat phase card. It's literally an attack. It's like when you choose to attack using photon torpedoes.
Yeah.
okay.
So, and then as Joseph correctly pointed out with Copilot, because it says during the combat phase, we are interpreting that to mean under the new rules, it must happen at the start of the combat phase.
Which is good, right? It makes it more balanced. It's still probably the best resource, but now that's a probably.
Yeah. So Warp Jump 2 is going to attack the ship that does not have shields.
All right.
So Warp Jump 2 will reveal Disruptor Beams.
What a shocker. Wait. What's that?
You will not get 1 die because it's a secondary weapon.
It's still obstructed.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ooh,
Fine.
that's an interesting...
You will get 1 die.
God damn it, I need to pull up this video.
Okay, I will keep the target lock, and I will use my battle station to convert to 1 hit.
I think you do kill it in 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, right? So generic 2 dies.
Yeah.
And it would get simultaneous attack, but it doesn't because of projected stasis field.
Correct. So now I will do Warp Jump 1.
Okay.
And I will reveal Disruptor Beams.
Hang on, I got it.
Bam.
Yeah?
Flip.
Did you hear that?
No, I did not.
Hang on.
Okay.
We're adding that to my sound effects repertoire. What's a twist?
What a twist. So Warp Jump 1 or Warp Jump 2 will attack generic with a target lock. He will reveal his Disruptor Beams. I flipped the wrong one. Flip. There we go. So 5 dice.
What a twist.
That is a terrible roll. So I will use my target.
I'm getting infinite usage out of this. This is amazing.
Wow.
No battle stations?
No, I had target lock on that one.
That is brutal.
I could just keep playing What a Twist over and over and over.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll your. You have 0 evade. So
which ship is shooting?
Warp Jump 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get to roll a second die, right? Because I did 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'll get to roll 1 die. Oh my god.
Well, if this is a stunned helmsman, though, that's
it.
It all evens out, right? Ooh, it is a stunned helmsman.
Oh, Jesus, that's rough.
Okay, and hang on, I have 1 more ship that can attack.
Whoa, the stunned helmsman was clipping through the card. That was trippy.
Yeah. This is a tough question now.
Yeah, do you go for the shuttle, or do you try to do 4 damage to the Dreadnought?
Well, I'm also -2 on this last ship. Because this was the one that projected stasis field.
Right.
So that would, if I reveal the Disruptor Beams, that will be 3 dice unmodified. And Dreadnought 1 can't attack this turn. And then and he has 3 health left. He'll get 1 evade. No, he will not get 1 evade die. So it'd be 3 unmodified dice. You know, we're going for it. We're doing it.
You're attacking what? Sorry,
I'm attacking the stunned helmsman ship.
And I'm just going to go ahead and call a 15-minute warning now.
Sure.
Sure.
So now Robert has taken out a ship, but only 1 ship. So now Robert really needs to stall like a madman.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
goodness! Wow.
There we go.
And he,
That
no, and you're,
kills it.
no, and you're gonna roll the one extra die.
No. Well, oh yeah, it won't. Yeah, but he had 3 damage. He had 1
Oh,
damage
that's
with
right.
4
That's right.
hull.
It's yeah, 4 hull, not
Yeah.
5. Okay, so bam, there he goes. Well,
Okay, so Quark's treasure rolls 3.
Mm-hmm.
insane. It could conceivably kill some of these ships.
It'll attack. So which one's taking damage? Sorry.
So
Warp
we
jump
have, warp jump. The projected stasis field one has 0 shields. Is that within? Because that'd be your best target.
Yeah,
But
that's the one. It is range 1. They're all range 1. So I'll attack that one with 3.
Okay.
1 hit.
1. And I get 3 evade dice. One evade.
Okay.
So I'm in a difficult situation because I have to fly through his mines again, and some of my ships could theoretically die. And he has his one Dreadnought coming through with the shuttle, which is going to be kind of interesting. But he has 13 minutes now to try to kill 3 of my ships.
But I mean, the flip side of that, right, is there's a very strong chance, especially because he's got 1 ship and he's got 4 co-pilots, so you know where that's going. So there's a very strong chance that he just kills one of your ships every round of combat he gets in, and every single ship he kills, the faster every single subsequent round goes.
But he has to keep he also has to keep his shuttle alive, and it moves first now because we are in the 4th round, which is not advantageous for the.
No, I moved 2nd this time.
No, I moved second. We're in the 4th round,
and that
We're
means
just about to.
he has initiative, so he moves second. That's correct.
There you go. I'm telling you, man, this is gonna. I honestly think, the new players are gonna get it. I think you're right, but at Origins next year, this is gonna cause a misplay. Somebody's gonna misremember it in the heat of the moment.
Okay, well, I don't think it's possible for us to get more than 1 more round in, so we don't need to rush.
I think we could get 2 rounds.
I think you can get.
I think we just spent 20 minutes doing a round.
Well, no, because Joseph, you could. I think. Well, we don't do dice down, right? We do finish the turn, so you can start another round. Maybe.
Well, we'll see.
All right, maybe you're right.
Well, okay. Anyway, I will try to hurry.
No, I wouldn't bother. I don't think even if you hurry, we'll get it in another round.
Well, let's do it this way. I will guarantee you 2 rounds.
I'm not looking for 2 rounds.
Wow. We completely forgot the plasma pulses.
Oh.
That's true.
Execute them. That's easy to clean up.
No, because which ship attacked? Which ship killed each one? Right?
Well, it's not which ship killed each one. It's the Mendak attacked. Mendak attacked 1 first, so Mendak took 1.
So he uses a shield, yeah.
Yeah, and Mendak did not have any shields, so he would have taken a crit, and that would have actually removed Stunned Helmsman, which is kind of funny.
Why would it have removed Stunned Helmsman?
Because I would have drawn a card, so it would have been a different card on that ship.
Wow, yeah, we messed that up. Whatever, we can say that the damage deck,
propagated.
The damage deck is random anyway, right?
Yeah. Okay, and so I can move. All turn maneuvers are red maneuvers for Mendak.
Ooh, that's actually kind of rough for you right now. Okay, so
and then warp jump 2 attack the other one, which is projected stasis fielded. So he would have taken 1, warp jump 2, which is over here, and he had a shield left, so that's gone now. There you go. It's going to be awesome when all my ships blow up in the minefield.
That will be hilarious. I'm going to laugh my butt off. Are you kidding?
I don't know. I don't know that it will be that funny.
Well, I think it will be. It's a real possibility now, right? Because of that plasma pulse that we totally remembered. it is now possible for Robert to lose 3 ships and therefore probably this game. So
true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I'm dialing in right now.
And this is where it is advantageous for Robert to take as long as he possibly can.
Yeah, but I'll make sure he gets 2 rounds in.
But why are you doing that?
Because we have been chatty, and so I think in a normal game.
Well, in a competitive game, you would be moving. You would not certainly be moving faster than we have been. So
yeah, and I really think in the new, I've been. Oh, go ahead.
We're a competitive podcast, right? So let's simulate competitive situations.
Right, so Robert, are you dialed in?
No, I have 3 more ships to dial in. I'm trying to figure out the order. So you're gonna have to do that. You can do that. So you are diplomacy 1.
You know, I kind of want to see what Playboy runs.
Oh, you're going to read it for the articles? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm going to read that article. Are you kidding?
So all your secondary weapons are fired except on the diplomacy ship, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which I am far from certain was the correct call.
It stopped 2 of his ships from attacking my ships this turn.
I guess that's true.
On the initial round of combat, I completely controlled engagement.
Yeah. Are you done yet?
No. Now that you're all like, take your time, Robert. I'm like, okay, I'll take my time.
It doesn't make for interesting podcasting.
Well, just talk about Hugh Hefner. You seem to be fixated on that for some reason.
That's a huge deal, dude. He's a cultural icon.
Yeah. Let's see, there's that one. And then the other one. I'm gonna do we can see what this looks like. Okay, I'm in. Bam. So I have initiative. So my 1s will move first.
Okay.
Joseph
has initiative.
So my 1s will move first. I will do my 2 warp jump ones first, and they're doing 3 comeabouts, which are white maneuvers. 3 comeabout, 3 comeabout. And they're within range 1 of your mines, so you can roll mines on those. Actually, what I'm going to do with these 2 is I'll probably take a... Do they have scans on them? Yes, both of these are going to take scans.
Okay, so 2.
Yeah.
So warp jump 2.
Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit. Let me resolve that. Warp jump 1.
Warp jump 1. No hits.
Got it.
That's
okay. Cloak 1, which had projected stasis field, is doing a 1 forward. And that's a bump.
So let's all remember the shuttle takes 1 damage.
Yes, shuttle takes a damage.
Extremely relevant in the minefield.
Okay.
And then I cannot take an action, so roll for yours.
1 hit.
Okay, and that was projected stasis field, which had 0 shields. Yeah, and you still have disruptor beams. And then and those are all my 1s. So your 1s will now move.
Okay, so my shuttle is going to bump and take another damage, which is bad because you also get to roll mines.
And you can't take an action. So again, this is why I like the new initiative rule, because a player can now select the order of his ships independent of action. So I'm rolling the dice over here.
He did.
Okay, shuttle's dead. Okay, then the Dreadnought is doing a bank. Right bank 1. Now, I think...
Yeah, he's in a minefield. He's in 1 minefield.
Yeah, so I just take 1. So I won't scan. Do they even... Yeah, they do have scan. I won't scan.
Okay, he takes a crit and a hit.
Okay, so 2 shields. And then I will... So I've got a target lock. This is the name, so I'll take a battle station.
Name has battle station?
Yes.
Oh, check. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What?
Name does not have... You're thinking of the Gaylor.
So I will...
Oh, the Wrestler or something?
Yeah.
Does the new one have battle stations?
No,
I do not believe so.
I don't think so.
Oh, this is a good question, actually. I am contemplating separating out all of the new cards into a new binder. What's your guys' opinion of that? Should I...
I could not fathom how in any conceivable universe I could care less.
Well, but how are you going to sort your cards? Are you just going to continue to combine them?
I don't even... Look, I have my good stuff binder, which is sorted by upgrade type, and then I have a box of random... I don't know. So, yeah. I mean, I don't even... No, I don't separate them. I don't separate them religiously by pack and lovingly sleeve every single card. Womp womp.
Okay, and I'm just doing this now. I'm putting my battle station from Copilot by my Dreadnought. Go ahead.
So roll 3 dice onto the Mendek ship. One crit. Ah, what's up with Mendek?
So if that's a direct hit, he dead.
Yeah. It is a Jostle Navigator. When you execute a maneuver that causes you to overlap a ship and alcohol with it.
Ironically enough.
Yeah, well, he's not going to make it out of that alive. And drone, does it come about 3? 3 come about.
So who actually has the Dreadnought and Arc?
2 ships.
Yeah.
Right.
Warp jump 1.
No ship that can damage it.
Not really, but we'll still go.
Not at all.
Yeah, no, he's right.
We'll talk about it. We'll go through it. We'll go through the process. Because I'm supposed to be killing time. I got 2 whole minutes to kill.
3?
Yeah. No, he did a come about that was white, so I'm gonna take and actually, yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I'll take the scan.
Okay.
The 2.
One hit.
So I lose my last shield. So before combat, I will warp jump out.
And this is it, right? This is the point where Robert ensures that there will not be another turn.
Oh, because
there's 90 seconds on the clock, right?
Yeah, I will already place it. It's placed over there.
But it doesn't matter, right? The sheer fact that we had to stop everything for you to do your friggin' warp jump means we're gonna hit time.
We would anyway, because he would go through the attacks, even though they're rolling 0 dice.
No, drone 2 has a primary attack at range 1. They're both at range 1.
Yeah. So
okay, well, I can cancel 2 hits and you roll -2 dice.
Right, but it's valuable for him in theory in infinite time to burn the hits off the Dreadnought.
Yeah, right? and it just takes time to add it up, which eliminates the round, right?
Okay, so we'll start with Mendek rolling. He has 3 dice, plus range 1 makes 4 dice. But why am I down to 2 dice, Joseph?
Shield adaptation.
So I have shield adaptation, so you roll -2.
Okay, so I'm down to 2. Man, I do not have any quality on this. So I have 1 hit.
So I can, the ship ability is I can discard an upgrade.
I would just, it has an evade token.
To cancel a hit.
I would just use the evade token, dude.
Yes, I will. And I'm also going to use the plasma pulse on that fellow.
Oh, he did.
Oh, Nick! Oh!
He did!
And that's a crit, so let's see what the crit says.
And that's time.
Injured captain!
He's pretty injured now.
Okay.
Wait, no, he's not. He doesn't have a captain.
Okay.
Well, they have a drone. He has a drone.
I have a drone. Okay. So I get 4 dice again on my warp jump.
You should take Mendak off the board. There you go.
Yeah. I should have used battle stations from Copilot on one of these things. So,
minus 2.
So -2 because of shield adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll 2 dice. I do 2 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna discard 2 captured.
And this
now,
is
why can you discard 2 captured?
Because the ship's ability is I can discard an upgrade to cancel a hit.
You can discard up to 2 upgrades to cancel that many hits.
Yeah.
Can you do that for cloak mines?
When defending, so I think not.
So if that had multi-adaptive
you actually the problem is that because minefields make an attack, they're just not a ship. So if it said when defending against a ship, you definitely couldn't. But you should, by the rules of this, be able to use it. But projected stasis or advanced deflector screens say when defending,
right,
and don't mention a ship, and they can't be used against mines as per the Wharf ruling. And the Defiance ability says when defending and doesn't mention a ship, but can be used against cloaked mines.
Right. So I just assume it can.
It can or cannot. It is able to or cannot.
I assume it cannot. But the point is, this is why it's useful to stack a bunch of captureds on one ship, and specifically this ship. I mean, you could do it with a Valjean too, but not nearly as effectively.
Okay. So now so I attacked your attack.
Okay, so you have.
Tell me the ship, and I'll tell you their lives.
Warp jump 1.
Warp jump 1 has 2 shields left.
And full hull.
Yeah, it's full hull. Yep, that thing has not been damaged.
And diplomacy.
Diplomacy has 1 damage on it. Oh no, sorry. Diplomacy has 3 health left.
And cloaked mine 1.
Cloaked mine 1, which is projected stasis field, has 2 health left.
Okay, so I'm just gonna fire warp jump 1.
Okay.
So I question whether that's the correct decision.
I have a target lock.
Yeah, but
and I get
cloaked mines 1 is worth more points.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Neither one is worth enough points.
Is it?
I think if we played another round, that this is.
Oh no! If you played another round, Joseph wins. Like, there's no question. But
I think there's a question.
Okay, well, hang on. So how many points is Mendak? Let's do that really quickly.
Let me see. Mandak's 27 points, I believe.
Okay, so the Joseph's generic dreadnoughts. Oh, but you lost the shuttle too. Okay, that's not even a question then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I have 53 left.
Oh, so you'd have to kill 4 of his ships at this point.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I really think that if we had another round, that Joseph would absolutely pull this off. But
he needs his cloaked mines to kill one of my ships. Is basically what he needs.
Yeah, but I think that can happen. I think that's pretty likely to happen.
Okay, but we're like plus 5 minutes now, and we're not done, right?
Okay, that's fair. So Joseph,
so there wouldn't be another round.
All right, just kill warp jump 1.
Okay, I'll re-roll these 2.
Yeah.
So 7 hits.
7, 1, 2, 3.
That's right. He gets defense dice.
Yeah. 2 evade.
Oh, are you kidding?
5, so warp jump 1's off the board.
Oh, that's right. 2 shields, not 3.
Yeah.
All right. So final total is Joseph 50-ish, Robert 80-ish.
Yeah. Can I get cloaked mine ship 1 out of there? So if he does a 3 bank projected stasis field, I do a 3 bank.
No.
No. So I take a scan roll for him real fast.
I really don't think there's any way a game goes to another turn.
So you
One
take
hit.
one.
Yeah, and then okay, so unless
Hang on, and then this dude is gonna just blast out for 3, and that is diplomacy dude. So he was 7. So he's gonna do a 3 forward. Okay, and roll for diplomacy.
You're scanning again, I assume.
Yeah, so we 2 dice.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
so-
you get him.
Yeah, but I have 1 health left.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, so he's not able to kill 2 of my ships.
Yeah, there you go.
He'd be able to get 1, but he wouldn't be able to get 2.
But it comes down to dice. And
And again, there's no way that turn would happen.
that's true. That's true.
I think in a world setting that we can get to 5 turns.
No, in a world setting, Robert, you slow play. Like, I hate to say
So-
it, but
It's not even close.
Maybe.
so one of the things that I feel like so something that I hope that you TOs out there watch out for, right? And I would really encourage you to be vigilant about this, is that in this setting, like these 2 fleets, Robert's fleet heavily encourages slow play. Like, it is so advantageous for Robert to slow play.
All fleets encourage slow play now.
All competitive fleets will encourage slow play. And to sound like a broken record, I believe that there's going to be more ships on the board, and so we're going to see the games go 6 rounds at the most now. And I don't think that's I think it's what I did. So I wasn't, when Shield Adaptation came out, I was not concerned because Shield Adaptation is unique, and I played it like I expect people to play. Okay, I kill the other ships on the board, not the Shield Adaptation ship, and I'll win.
So here's my question. What if the second generic Dreadnought is, for the sake of argument, named Fed Fighters with coordinated attack?
So you go 2 Dreadnoughts.
Then it's the same. But really, I guess that Stunned Helmsman came down to...
Right, the Stunned Helmsman was also the difference because you'd kill one of these other guys. I mean, yeah, so with Stunned Helmsman and that extra turn, you win because you'd be able to kill whatever ship was still on the board.
Yeah, but there's not going to be the extra turn. But then it just gets a little closer, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I just wonder if 3 Dreadnoughts, like, I like the Shield Adaptation Dreadnought, obviously. I like the shuttle, I think. But I don't know if I want 2 of the Plasma Pulse Dreadnoughts. I don't know that I don't want something else there.
Right, but what you do want is Fed ships that have warp jumps.
Right.
What about a Vorcha with projected stasis field?
No, it's not getting any points.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Joseph.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah, I think warp. The game has not solved multiple warp jumps and cloaked mines.
Well, we'll see about cloaked mines, right? It might solve them in the faction pack.
Man, I hope so.
Cloaked mines are important, but in a way they almost don't matter, right? Because you can get 2 warp jumps and hide behind cloaked mines with like a Constellation class. But with the Grissom, you should be able to get 4 warp jumps, and then at that point, there's no, there's not going to be like, how many combat phases are we expecting there to be in the game in a 5-round game, right?
We had 3.
So that's you've got a warp jump extra than you need.
And by the way, that was 3 with you both, not like cruising straight at each other, but with the intent of flying straight at each other and shooting.
And we didn't start the time until we'd all placed obstacles, which doesn't always happen.
And you started across from each other in jousting formation.
That's right.
Yeah, but these fleets are designed to joust.
Right, but my point is, if I'm a warp jump fleet, I'm probably going to choose captains such that I will place second, at the very least, against a swarm fleet with low captain skill, right?
Oh, God, look. So also what you do is, where's your camera? I mean, you just set up all of your fleet facing, east to west, not north to south.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
So you just cruise right along.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been doing that. We've been doing that since day one. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Right. The whole
parallel.
cruising.
It's called parallel deployment. It's been a strategy in this game for forever and a day.
Yeah.
So I guess the other point I would add about shield adaptation is that I still think Robert's point is somewhat naive, because a 3 Dreadnought fleet is not the fleet that's designed to abuse shield adaptation.
Right. Because
That's correct.
Yeah,
I agree.
You're going to put, if you put shield adaptation on a ship with a similar ability and Colo, then your fleet is literally.
That's a ship I PSF then, right? Then I change my strategy.
Right. Well, no, because I can run up one of my ships, right, and get the second of 5, and then once PSF's gone, that's an invulnerable ship, right?
And
yeah,
I mean, Colo is what? He's captain skill 3.
No, captain skill 5.
I'm sorry. He's cost 3.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's independent because he's Xindi, right?
Yes.
Which means that
it doesn't matter. So don't think about when people activate. But go ahead.
I'm not. Let me finish my thought. So he can go on a shuttle, which means that you could do a cube 384 with shield adaptation and Colo. And dispersion field, for good measure.
Yeah.
On the shuttle? Or say that again?
Just start Colo on the shuttle.
Oh, because he costs 3. But it's 1... No, it doesn't work that... So I always get screwed this up. Joseph, you can answer this question. Can a Xindi go on a Ferengi ship without paying a penalty?
Yes, they're both independent.
Is that correct?
Yeah, they both count as independent, right?
Yeah.
But it does say something in the rules about... No, they just count as... The sub-factions count as independent factions, right?
They're all dual faction now.
But it does say something about...
Look, you don't pay a faction penalty for putting Goval on Kiana Prime.
Right, but can you put Xindi on...
I literally just said that.
No, can you... No,
I literally
Goval's
just said
not a
that.
Xindi.
Kiana, listen to me. Kiana Prime is independent mirror.
Right.
Goval is independent Borg. You can put Goval on Kiana Prime without paying a faction penalty.
Right, but I don't think... Go ahead.
Colo is independent Xindi. Quark's Treasure is independent Ferengi.
That's your interpretation of the rule. That's what I want to go check. I don't know if that...
All right, look, do you agree that Colo can go on an independent ship without faction penalty?
Yes.
Then if it matters that damn much, put Captured. Now, you're wrong, and you can do it without doing that, but it unequivocally works with Captured.
Oh, yeah, but let's just check the rules real fast. Because yes, and that could work.
Hey, you know what I just realized? That was a game where we were all playing with the new rules, right? And I had to remind Robert how initiative works several times, but we didn't actually have to go to the rule book once, except at the beginning about placement.
Yeah, but I think in most games you don't have to go to the rule book.
Right, but no, but that's what I'm saying is this game has actually had some substantial changes here, but it's not changed enough that we are constantly...
I just read it and Tucker's right, so he can just go on the shuttle.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So there you go, right? So then you've got Colo on a ship that it is so easy to stay within range 1 of that can't be PSF.
Yeah. That's true. So I don't know. We'll see what the new faction packs bring. But
yeah. So hang on. So in that build, Tucker, what ship has shield adaptation?
Cube 384.
Okay, and then you have Colo on the shuttle, but then Colo goes over to the Cube 384.
Yes.
Got it.
And then,
so he's always absorbing the attack.
And then the shuttle docks on 384 too, and you can put 50 points of stuff on there if you want, because you've already got 60 on the shuttle. So then you know, then maybe throw on Copilot, right? And that's 115 points. Throw on.
I still think you need evade dice on the 384. I think 0 evade dice does not pair well with shield adaptation.
I think that that's very possible to do. If you, for example, I don't know, maybe you fleet commander Colo with Calvin Hudson, and you get Tom Paris on there, or you just throw Pegasus Riker on there. Not Pegasus, Hood Riker.
Hood Riker, yeah.
Yeah, and because oversized, it's space stations that can't have their agility increase, right? Not oversized ships. So the oversized cube can roll defense dice if you want, and then or maybe you even get friggin' conditional surrender on there somehow. I don't know. Cole has an elite talent slot. Yeah, why not? So, you know, throw on Goval or Koss or something. You know, it has legs. And then you've got 15 points to spend probably on the Grissom so that they shoot at it. And I don't know. Maybe even throw an escape pod on the Grissom, and then your other 2 points just go to the cube anyway. So you concede 12 points, you gank something in return. So you have to kill what, like one thing? You can kill a generic raptor and win.
You don't need to concede any points.
How do you not concede points?
If Colo is on the shuttle and going over to the thing, then you're not killing the Grissom, and build the Grissom with 2 warp jumps.
Yeah, you can do that. Or more, right?
And warp jumps are going on the shuttle too.
Yeah.
Just going on the.
I think
you can't warp jump an oversized ship. I think.
Yes, you can. Why can't you?
I thought you couldn't do that. Oh, you can't give them bonus maneuvers or something, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, you can warp jump the space station still, or no? Maybe not the space station.
Yeah. I don't remember. We you know what? We'd have to look this up in the tournament rules, and we can all do that. Maybe we can talk about that next time. But
one other thing I wanted to point out is Joseph and I also talked about this, because we are only going 4 to 5 rounds, maybe. There's 2 solutions. The WizKids can reduce the number of points fleets can have, or the alternative is to push this up to 1 hour and 15 minutes versus an hour. But Joseph is pretty critical on increasing time. And why was that, Joseph?
It's 1 hour and 15 for X-Wing, and when you have a big tournament in X-Wing, it actually detracts from the day because you just have to jam so much time.
The idea of Origins, I mean, I've been there, right? We've all been there. Do you really want that to be longer? Do you really want that to be longer?
They'd have to cut around. They'd have to find ways to cut rounds out of that.
They can't cut rounds, dude. I mean, this year they had 4 rounds in Nats. They could not have done a 28 man tournament.
6. They had 6 for if you won.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There you go. And that's, you want to add another hour and a half to that day. That's another complete round. That's yeah.
Right.
So anyway, all right. But I think we're pretty much at time here. So any final thoughts, you guys?
I think drone swarms are still interesting.
I think they have legs.
I think it has legs. I was talking with Joseph. I always say that. I think you could see them in Worlds, potentially. Not winning Worlds necessarily, but I think you could see them in Worlds and them winning a game or 2.
All right. And Joseph, any final thoughts?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right. Well, I have a final thought, which is... I flipped the table. All right.
Cathartic.
Wow, it's very cathartic. And man, things fall in such an Wow, they're looping. Check that out. They're like looping.
Yeah. They'll come back.
Oh, that's so weird.
Oh, look, there's a token bar that is still here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Bar.
Anyway,
that happens.
All right. Well, we'll see you all next time. If you liked the show, please feel free to give us a good review on iTunes. We're on an Android thing. I can't remember the name of it. You know what? Let me Google it really quick. This is a little embarrassing. Hang on. I know State of the Federation. Okay, hang on.
Joseph disconnected. That's a rage quit if I've ever seen one, Joseph.
You know, it's so frustrating. I found this, and the way I found it was I found out that Battle Station was on this thing, and then yeah, I have no idea. Well, we're on it. Player FM, which is a thing apparently. I don't know what Player FM is, but apparently we're on it on Android, and you can listen in that way. And we're listed under federal podcasts. That's hilarious.
I would not identify myself as a federalist.
That's hilarious. And that's not even a tag. They literally just saw State of the Federation and they're like, oh, anyway.
All right, I know what my final thought is.
What?
Oh, what's your final thought?
I am hooked on Discovery. Everyone should go watch it.
All right.
Including my co-host.
Okay,
we're
working on it.
Co-host.
Anyway, you can get us on those apps, and now we've got the cutesy tabletop simulator music. We'll see you next time, but for now, wow, I almost just said stand down, red alert, and secure from Battle Station. Tiles down.
We're going out on a high note, people.
And make you be generous with your dice. Have a good night, everyone.